Hey, Good Sense. I hope this communication finds you all doing well. We needed to send out an important communication today in response to the coronavirus, which is quickly becoming a public health crisis both in perception and reality here in the United States. As this virus spreads, it will be critically important that we take precautionary measures to mitigate risks and protect our employees and customers in the coming weeks and months. The information we're about to share with you comes directly from the CDC and National Restaurant Association. Please stay with us all the way through this communication, as it is critical that you receive all of this information. Now let's first address some facts about coronavirus. So what is coronavirus? Coronavirus is the virus that causes the COVID-19 respiratory illness. It was first detected in Wuhan, China. When someone who has this virus coughs or exhales, they release droplets of the infected fluid. Most of these droplets fall on nearby surfaces and objects such as desks, tables, telephones, etc. People catch the virus by touching those contaminated surfaces or objects and then touching their eyes, nose, or mouth. If they're even standing within 3 feet of somebody with the virus, they can catch it by breathing in droplets coughed or exhaled by them. So in other words, this virus spreads in a very similar way to the flu. Now, how is the restaurant industry responding to this? The food service industry already follows strict local public health guidelines that, if followed, will mitigate the spread of or contamination of any virus, including the coronavirus. To meet these guidelines, we here at Good Sense have safety protocols, best practices, training, and inspection audits already in place. Our current system is already set up to deal with this, but as with most things in our industry, it all comes down to execution. Our training team is currently working on an incremental training program that will be sent out to you today or tomorrow. This will help reinforce our current standards, and each team member, manager, and owner in our system will absolutely be required to complete this incremental training in the next few weeks. And with that being said, what can we do right now? The CDC suggests that all of us take the same steps that we would currently take to keep from getting the flu. Examples like taking everyday preventative actions like washing your hands often and seeing a doctor if you're sick. But for our industry specifically, the World Health Organization says to make sure your workspaces are clean and hygienic. Surfaces like tables, walls, the front line near the sneeze guard, objects like door handles, light switches, keypads, telephones, and the Pepsi Spire machine, they all need to be wiped down with disinfectant regularly. Why? Because contamination on surfaces touched by employees and customers is the main reason this virus spreads. Now, as I mentioned before, it all comes down to execution. Similar to sales and traffic impact, executing the system that is provided to you is critical for success. We have a system that, if executed, results in a clean, sanitized, and neat restaurant. We know that some of you execute that at a high level and some don't. But let me be brutally honest with you right now. Coronavirus or not, if you don't think that in general the customer is factoring in cleanliness, crew appearance, and overall ambiance in their decision when choosing where to spend their hard-earned money, you're absolutely kidding yourself. This is extremely magnified during times like this. I'm here to tell you, and we've been pounding this for over a few years now, that you not only control the actual cleanliness and sanitation practices in your restaurant, but you absolutely control the perception of that cleanliness to the guest. We have a responsibility for the health and safety of our employees and guests. If you are, as an operator or employee, not all over this, both in reality and perception, you will lose. Not only sales and traffic, but when we're faced with an approaching pandemic like this, we absolutely do not want to be responsible for creating an environment where someone can get sick. Moreover, even have the perception that they can get sick. For the confidence of our guests, we need to be hyper aware and raise the standard on cleanliness and appearance in our restaurants. Over the next few months, we may see an impact to sales and traffic as this virus spreads both literally and through the media. We can't change that. But what we can do is raise the awareness and standards in our operations to both keep those around us healthy, but also give our guests the assurance through our actions and, most importantly, through our execution of those standards that Good Sense is trusted and respected with high integrity to the responsibility we have to execute the system. Now, please reach out to our team if you have any questions. Be on the lookout for the incremental training coming out in the next few weeks. Again, that training is not negotiable. Everyone must take it, and we will be holding everyone accountable to this. Thanks again. We'll talk soon.